with some more mommy tips and some more mommy talk. Today, we're gonna be talking about embracing mistakes as a mom. And this is one that I had a big problem with, but I had to learn that it's a process and you learn as you go, okay? So I'm gonna be giving you some tips on reasons why you should learn how to embrace your mistakes. It's actually really a good thing to make some mistakes. So before we get started, do not forget to subscribe. Click that subscribe button that's gonna be to the right of your screen. And don't forget to hit your notification bell so you get all your updates about every time I post. Okay? Thank you so much for watching. Let's get started embracing mistakes. Getting started with this video, I'm first going to start by saying, whether you are having your first child, whether you're having your second child, your third child, or your 50th child, you are going to make mistakes. Why, you ask? Because every child is different. You got some moms out there who just like, girl, I got this, whatever. I'm good. This is my third child. I got it. And that next one get here and like throw some stuff at them that they ain't never dealt with before. And everything becomes all new all over again. Now, don't get me wrong. You do learn some little tricks and some tips and some little things along the way as you have your first and your second and your third one. You do become a little more confident than when you were first becoming a mom. But my first tip is to understand and realize that nobody's perfect. I don't care how long you've been a mom, you still make mistakes. Nobody's perfect and it's okay. Which leads me to my second point, that there are moms all over this world who have made those same mistakes that you did and that you will make along the way of raising your kids. Yes, we've all made mistakes. But just like Olivia says on the Cosby Show, they're still alive. So I did something right. Point number 3 is going to be that sometimes assuming that you won't make mistakes or assuming that you got it and that mistakes are beyond you can really lead to a lot of guilt when you do make mistakes. Example, I felt like I knew my kids hands down that, you know, if they were sick, if something was going on, I got my mommy senses, I would know it. Well, come to find out, my youngest son, Myles, had an ear infection, and not just one ear infection. He had one in both ears. Two ear infections at one time. Now, mind you, he had been pulling at his ears and being real fussy and whiny for about a week and a half. But thinking that I got it, not paying attention to cues, not checking for him, not thinking that he's all good, that I would know if something was wrong. And I didn't. And when the doctor told me that he had an ear infection, it like to broke my heart, because out of pride and me thinking that I got it and I know what I'm doing, this, that, and other, he suffered for about a week and a half. I felt terrible. I felt like a terrible mother. Like the guilt was eating me alive because I knew that I should have been picking up on those cues, because people had been telling me all the way around like some of those unsolicited advice, and I was kind of dismissing a lot of it, and I should have been paying attention, and I wasn't. And it made me just feel guilty. So just don't assume, because on the latter part, if something goes wrong, or if you do make a mistake, it's really gonna eat at you, because these are your kids. You want them to be okay. You don't want something to happen and it was your fault, pretty much, because you weren't paying attention. You think making a mistake feels bad? Try the feeling of guilt, knowing that your child is suffering and it's your fault. That is what does not feel good. My point number 4 is gonna be, I saw it a lot when I was doing my research on this and some of the knowledge that I have about it, and a lot of what I kept coming up was, does making a mistake make me a bad parent? No. Bad parent? No. Normal parent? Yes. All parents make mistakes. All moms make mistakes. All dads make mistakes. It's about learning. As difficult as it is to swallow, it's about trial and error. You're going to make mistakes, but from those mistakes, you learn. And as you learn, you make less mistakes. But if you don't allow yourself to make mistakes and learn from them, you're going to just keep making more mistakes after mistakes after mistakes after mistake. The key is to learn as you go. Which brings me to point number 5, that overconfidence is going to lead to mistakes. If this is your first baby, I would rather you say, you know what, I don't know nothing and I need help. Rather than, I don't need no help, I got this, I done read, I talked to my doctor, I got my bottles, I got my pacifiers, I got my crib, I got all my stuff ready, I'm good. Because all the help you got, they will leave you alone if you keep pushing them away enough. Then when you get home alone with that baby and that baby get a fever and his little face is burning up, you be trying to call everybody. You don't know what to do. So be confident in your motherly skills, but don't be overconfident, because you will make mistakes. and need help. Point number 6 is gonna be, for me, is realizing that there are miracles in making mistakes. A lot of times you may be doing something wrong and you don't even realize you're doing it wrong, and then it works and you be like, oh, I just got a life hack. For example, when my first son Carson was a baby, he did not like his vegetables. Carrots, peas, no. And I used to give him cereal bottles at night so that he would sleep through the night, you know, get his tummy all nice and full so he'd sleep all night. So one day I was making his cereal bottle before he got ready to go to bed, and there was a jar of open carrots on the table from when we had just tried to feed him dinner. So I'm not paying attention, I'm tired, you know, I'm trying to make this bottle so I can get him in the bed so I can go to sleep. So I picked up the jar of carrots by accident and poured it in the bottle with my breast milk, which was supposed to be the cereal. And then when I paid attention to what I was doing, I was like, oh crap, thinking that I just ruined my breast milk. Like, then I said to myself, like, maybe I can get him to eat his vegetables if I put it in with the bottle. So that's what I did. I poured a whole jar of carrots and with some milk, poured that rice cereal in there, shook it up, tore it up. Now, I know you moms may be like, girl, please, that's nothing, you know, whatever. But I didn't know. I was a first-time mom, and I didn't even think about putting his vegetables in his bottle. Never even thought about it. And at that time, it was a mistake for me, but it ended up being, like, great. He was getting his vegetables in. He was also getting the rice cereal, and he was sleeping all night. Yes! So understand that sometimes making mistakes can be a blessing in disguise. Come on, somebody. Hey. So with all that being said, my last tip is going to be ask questions. Your mom, your doctor, pediatrician, friends, family, mom groups, other mom friends you have, people in the neighborhood, your grandmothers, your auntie. Any person who has successfully gotten a child through the baby stage is capable of giving you some advice, especially during those times when you're making a lot of mistakes or you're not feeling so confident in your mommy abilities. And also just as they get older, like I don't have teenagers and I'm dealing with all the preteen stuff and the periods and just the hormones. So I know I'm gonna be talking to a lot of people like, what do I do? So just one last quick tip. Asking questions and needing help is not a sign of defeat, but a sign of strength, because it takes a strong mother to humble herself and realize that you need help, and not just realize, but go and seek it. Okay, mommies, that's all I've got for you today. Thank you so much for watching as we talked about embracing mistakes. I really hope you enjoyed it. I really hope you learned a lot, and I hope there's a lot of moms out there who will watch this video and feel more empowered about being a mom and being a first-time mom or being a mom of 50 kids and understanding that you're gonna make mistakes, okay? If you enjoyed this video, please leave me comments down in the comment section below. And if you didn't, please leave me comments down in the comment section below and let me know why, okay? But do not forget to subscribe. Click the subscribe button that's gonna be to the right of your screen. And do not forget to hit your notification bell so you get all your updates about every time I post, okay? Thank you all so much for watching again. And moms, please remember that your children appreciate you for everything that you do. Even every single last mistake that you make and that you will make. They appreciate you for it, okay? And always remember that a woman who fears the Lord, her children will rise up and call her blessed. Thank you all so much for watching.